Three. Welcome to. Sorry, I think
Yes.
it's kicking. I think it's my COVID kicking in. Welcome to Beef Tongue. This is Cola, and I'm
Starts like that. That's just my
Jack.
COVID kicking.
with Jack, and I'm with Walker. My fun fact. So you know how when you're driving around and you need to see something, concentrate on something, but you turn down the volume on the car so you can see better. So that's you know how when you're driving around and you need to look at the address, but then to concentrate, you turn down the volume of your car.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I heard like you turn on the volume so you can see better. I'm like,
yeah, so you can see better. So that's your brain saying that it needs to prioritize the sight. So you won't get distracted. But it's a little weird. I mean, I don't know if you guys have done that before, but yeah.
No, yeah. I've never had that trouble.
I've done something like that. It's like,
yeah,
I need to listen to the music, so I close my eyes or something like that. Right. It's to prioritize your hearing versus your sight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard. Okay, well, I've never heard of things like, well, I gotta turn on the volume so I can smell this. You know, it's just, it's a weird. That's a weird association. Because it's just like not exactly one sense prioritizing over the other. It's just like your hearing is just distracting you. Okay.
Sometimes. Jack, what you got?
I had to turn on the volume to like process that.
All right. Fun fact for me: the boy who inspired the movie The Exorcist grew up to be a NASA engineer and actually contributed work to the Apollo mission back in the 60s.
Oh, it was a boy and not a girl?
Oh, yeah, it was a boy.
No, the girl died.
When he grew up, he was hearing like scratches and people thought he was possessed and stuff like that. Yeah, he grew up to work on the Apollo. And
so he's just like, fuck that shit, I'm going to space.
Yeah, yeah. Get away from me, devil. I'm gonna go work on escaping the space. Yeah.
Little did he know that the devil was also an astronaut too. But yeah. Damn. That is interesting. It's just, so he inspired the movie, or?
Yeah, he inspired the movie because people thought he was possessed. He would get into like tantrums of screaming, cursing, and speaking like Latin, and also he was hearing voices and all this stuff. And then a priest had to do like an exorcism on him.
I mean, anything than to say it was a mental health issue.
Are you speaking another language too?
Yeah, it says like here he was speaking like Latin. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Well, I think there was this one girl in like this one Mexican girl in Texas that had something with her brain as an adult, where she's like full on like Hispanic, born and raised, lived in Texas, but it's she had something going on with her brain that developed an English accent for her. So she spoke purely in a British English accent.
Wow, you trigger your brain to like make you speak in different accents or something.
Yeah. So it's just like there's a lot of weird, unexplained shit there, but she's never even been to England.
Yeah. And then you have like kids who are born with like remembering what's it called, a past life or something like that. They talking about how they were like this person, this other person and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would put that kid up for adoption. I don't need to hear that shit.
Cool. What about you, Walker? Any fun facts?
Okay. Well, there's a dolphin named Perilous Jack. He's from New Zealand. He became famous for escorting and guiding ships out to the French Pass, or out of the French Pass. Sorry, a notoriously dangerous channel used by ships. For 24 years, between 1888 and 1912, it helped sea vessels travel safely, so much so that ships would wait for its arrival, like a straight up video game. When a passing ship wounded him, New Zealand passed a law to protect them.
Just him?
Wait, so this dolphin, what's it called?
It basically guided ships that passed by.
Okay, cool.
So it's just like right on cue. Like you just like the ship comes by, it's just like it just pops up and then just takes you to wherever, takes you out of danger.
Hopefully they were feeding him.
No, he's more like, get the fuck out of my property, man. Like all
Get
you
the
people
fuck
keep
out of
showing
here. I'll show you how to get out.
up. Yeah. Like y'all just leaving oil spills in my freaking like front yard and shit. Boom. Mind blown.
Yeah.
That was a
okay.
healthy decision of that dolphin.
That was a healthy decision. And speaking of healthy decisions, I caught COVID this previous week. So, and everybody heard me complaining about it. But anyways, it was 4 days of a good fever, and then it broke over. My fever broke in like, I want to say like 4 days ago. So I'm feeling better now. Thank you for your concerns.
All 15 of you.
Wait, have you guys haven't caught COVID yet, right?
Knock
No.
on wood. Hopefully not.
Oh, okay.
I've been
Why you
taking.
gotta say it like that? Like it's gonna happen.
You
You haven't caught it yet.
guys haven't caught it yet?
No.
It's all the rage right now.
Hey, FOMO. Thanks for the invite now.
Shit. I recently learned of that too. What FOMO was. I was like, what?
Fear of missing out.
Yeah, but it's just like everyone does not want to speak in regular sentences anymore. Kind of scary.
I mean, that's how it is. No, not to
I mean-
derail the topic of acronyms. It's just easier to just do an acronym if everyone knows what it is.
Yeah, but I'm starting to feel like I'm 65 already because I'm scared.
Like, oh, I don't know what the terminology they're using.
Yeah, seriously, I don't.
Yeah, most of the stuff comes from like texting nowadays because a lot of the culture is communicating through text and messages and stuff like that. So a lot of those acronyms come out from there.
I still get so weirded out when people see something that is contextually funny, and they come by and it's like, oh wow, that happened, LOL, but not actually laugh. I just get so weirded out by that.
Or LOL can be used as like sarcastic, or yeah, it's just weird. But not to derail into speeches.
Already been derailed.
So for when you had caught COVID, like, did you lost all the smell and
No,
everything?
no. When I was sick, I still had everything, but once my fever broke, I couldn't smell or taste afterwards. And it's definitely a weird feeling because you know, because you know your senses are done. I mean, you know, two of your senses are out. You can't use them, right? Smell and taste, and it makes it a big difference. Like it really does, because when you're eating something, you like this doesn't taste like anything, and it's like there's no flavor and there's no motivation to eat because
Yeah.
you know you're not tasting anything, or you're not
Have you
enjoying
tried
it.
to-
You're not enjoying it.
Have
Like
you tried to
literal
eat
hell.
super spicy food like hella sriracha on
Yeah,
burger?
it does. Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Does
I
your
can't taste
body
that
sweat to it still,
It does sweat. Still sweat.
like from the food and stuff?
Yep.
You should do like a hot spicy wing chicken challenge or something. Be like, okay, I can do this. Bam, done. Give
It's
me my
like,
free chicken.
Yeah, I wonder.
know.
I mean, I wonder if. I mean, hopefully the burn is probably still there, but
burns coming out your booty hole. What you talking about?
definitely out of the booty hole for sure. But you'll feel
Yeah,
that.
so
end.
like I can still taste.
So yeah, I mean, so yeah, but definitely a unique experience. Unique experience. I don't know. Should try it.
1 out of 5 would not recommend.
Should try. Oh, look, I can show you my test.
Let me see.
Need to see
I
that.
can't
man.
even see. Oh shit. Damn,
Yeah.
that's hella dark.
3 stars. Cola would recommend again.
Man.
So yeah, so it's like comes in handy. Like I even wrote the dates on the
You're
back.
carrying that shit around like it's a pregnancy test.
Look at that, baby! I got 2 boys.
I got positive.
But yeah, I mean, it was a definitely unique experience. But I mean, now that you know I'm sick, or not currently sick, but like I'm recovering from it. I mean, it definitely makes me think about health, right? And like, shoot, because 2 years ago, COVID could have killed you, right? And it's like 4 days of like not knowing if you're gonna recover from it, or not knowing if you need to go to the hospital and stuff like that. So it was kind of nerve-wracking, because you never know when when you're if COVID like affects you badly compared to everybody else. But I'm gladly I pushed through it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the saving grace about a lot of this is just like you at least gotten to that point where it's like we've gotten vaccinated. So it's like if you do happen to catch it, it's just like kind of like it's not as nerve-wracking, because there's like a higher chance that you can push through it. But it's like it sucks nonetheless, because it's still like quarantine worthy kind of thing. But I mean, glad that you're like kind of able to get through it. I mean, you're still kind of in it right now, but it's just like seems like the worst of it's already gone by.
Yeah. I think I'm glad that it'll force more people hopefully to wear masks if they're sick or whatnot. Because shit, most Americans are gross. Not washing their hands and shit.
So what, did they encourage you to lose weight?
Yes, I think I probably lost like 15 pounds. So within probably a week, I probably
All
lost
that hot
15
sauce
pounds.
coming out your butt.
It's a laxative, it just comes out like, yeah. But yeah, definitely I probably lost a lot of weight. I haven't weighed myself yet. But yeah, if you ever want to lose weight, get COVID.
All right. Number 1 proven weight loss method.
Guaranteed 15 pounds or 19
Uh,
pounds. That's why they call it the COVID-19. Just kidding.
Just ask the guy who did Insanity. You beat his.
Yeah.
You beat his record every time.
Yeah. But yeah, glad to be alive. And then, even before that, I went to the doctors to do my checkup, and I was telling these guys that my doctor told me to lose weight.
You're too fat.
Yeah, he told me I was too fat. He told me to lose like
Podcast,
30
so no one
pounds.
knows what no one knows what Cola looks like, but he looks fucking skinny.
And I
And
was
then-
surprised he told me to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah, lose 30 pounds. Your ass looks
I
hella
want-
skinny.
It's all in the
I
gut.
want-
That's why. It's all in the gut.
I want to imagine that that your doctor is just like this old Asian parent, and he's like, "You're too fat."
Yeah, it could be.
He's
Or
like
he
a
could be
regular, like you're a regular weight, man. You're just too fat.
Eat some chicken. You're too fat. Eat some chicken. Go find girlfriend.
Oh, a lot of Asian parents are hypocritical. Like you're too fat, and then give you hella food, and then get offended if you don't eat all the food.
You said I was fat.
This is linkage. Like that sounds like disrespect. And they just like throw a sandal at you.
So, Cola, after COVID, are you gonna start doing more things around your health, like maybe eating healthier, tracking your food, or tracking?
Probably
that.
just track what I eat. Just eat a lot healthier. Drink a lot more water.
I mean, you can't eat healthy now. Like you can pretty much eat anything.
Yeah,
Um,
all the good food that doesn't taste too good. You won't even taste it.
Right? It's just like I can just eat a regular salad and it's just like nothing because you're not tasting anything. So yeah, so it's
I mean-
like what's the point of eating fat and greasy food, delicious food, when you can't taste it, right?
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
mean,
just give me-
like it's just kind of like, I mean, I like cooking, so pretty much most of the enjoyment is in eating the food. So, I mean, if you can't taste it, that's pretty hellish. And you can't even smell it either. Yeah.
So yeah, but the
But-
good thing, like you do, I mean, it does come back after a month. So that's the good part. So
So you gotta spend a month without any senses.
I can do a lot of things that involve smell that I don't have to deal with.
That was a really awkward pause. And he looked directly in the camera while he did that. I can do a lot of things. There's a lot of dicks that could be ate.
Anyways, but yeah, it definitely takes priority. Then now health is a priority now, especially when we're this old too. It's a, your quality of life. I mean, like, you're concerned about it now, right?
Mm.
Right. Sometimes we take it for granted until we get sick, and then we don't realize it until we don't have it, right?
Well, yeah, there's that. And then when you're older, you start panicking more because you don't have that much time. So then you try to offset everything by going into overdrive about your health. So
Yeah. Health is something that should be constantly maintained.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, did you think about it when you were younger?
I mean, when we
That-
were younger, we didn't really
When I was-
have to think about too much because our metabolism was super fast and we could bounce back after eating
When I was
badly stuff really fast. But go ahead, Walker.
when I was younger, I was poor, so I ate nothing but cup noodles, like morning, noon, and night. Because my mom got so tired of cooking for me, she just kept buying cup noodles. She's like, here, just make it yourself. So, I mean, that was the first 24 years of my life. So, I think health was not a concern for me when I was younger, just because it's just like eat or die. And then, yeah, I don't know. What about you, Jack?
Yeah, health is becoming more of a concern nowadays. I'm actually tracking what I eat and how many calories I do on this app called Lose It, just to try to get back to a healthy weight, since I'm at a very unhealthy weight at the moment.
Oh,
So just trying to go back down.
Uh,
And it's funny because
so,
a lot of the go ahead.
I was gonna say, so how would you generally manage your health if it weren't for apps?
I mean, you could, without apps, you could do, there's still ways to do that. You could just eat
Sorry,
less.
sorry, not how would, how did you?
How did before apps? You can do different diets. Before apps, I think before I used an app, I lost a lot of weight by just doing a ketogenic diet where I don't eat carbs and just ate a lot of proteins and stuff. But that wasn't very sustainable. So I bounced.
I don't think it's supposed to be. It's just, it's only just for like half a year to a year at most
Yeah.
before like your body is just like, hell no, dude, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, a lot of healthy foods doesn't have to taste bad. Like, it's funny because a lot of American TV shows stereotype things like broccoli and Brussels sprouts as tasting bad, when you just cook them right, they taste pretty good. Like, you
Or
roast some broccoli with some olive oil and some spices, and that's good. I guess because
yeah, or you could adopt a different culture style of food, because some other cultures do it way better.
different cultures cook a lot of food better. Like, for example, if you hate vegetarian food, just eat Indian food. Indian food there's a lot of dishes that are vegetarian, and that's pretty healthy.
Mm.
And I think there's some cuisines that do healthy food a lot better than your stereotypical American healthy food, which would basically be just what, salad and tofu stuff that has no flavor.
what's
That sounds like too much work. I'd rather get COVID.
Yeah, Cola, you can just go crazy on the spices and see if it works or not.
You could probably awaken something.
Try to kick it in.
You can go to the Indian bazaars or whatever they're called, the markets.
And you start smelling things like, smell this. I'm like, okay. I can't.
Yeah.
Why did this man just come into our market and start licking everything?
Spread the COVID around. But yeah, that tracking what I eat is probably the most important. I think second priority that I'm trying to do more is probably exercising. I've been not keeping that up, but I'm gonna try to start doing more of that. Like, just take walks and then maybe do some basic weightlifting with dumbbells and stuff and barbell exercises. Before COVID, I used to have a pretty consistent gym routine, but then now that the gyms are closed and
So you stopped. So you stopped going.
Well, they're open.
COVID happened.
Yeah, but they're open now. Like, would you go again? Now.
I would go again. Everyone would have to mask up and stuff. Yeah, I think it's a little bit safer. People are more conscious of keeping apart and being clean. Gyms are pretty dirty.
I don't know. I don't know. Just, I mean, I'm in an experience where I'm exposed somewhat
Hmm?
to someone who does have it, and they don't like they generally don't wipe after themselves, like knowing full well that they have it, they're coughing still. I mean, they're testing negative now, but they have it, they're coughing still, and they're still kind of just like touching everything and not clean and not wiping up after themselves.
After a workout or just
Just in general. So it's like my wife and I have to be more diligent in doing that and like wiping everything.
Gross.
So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm just like I can't trust the gym if I can't trust like just people around me doing that, me included, but still.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Walker, what health things are you thinking about?
Uh, nothing. I'm perfect. No. Health wise, I don't know. It's been way more of a paradigm shift for me because the orientation of health is still there. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I still try to, not lately, but I've always tried to find a healthier means of doing things. But these guys know my situation. I can't exactly equip myself well enough to um, can't equip myself well enough to live a healthier lifestyle at the moment. So I kind of have to put up and indulge with whatever it is that I have. But generally, um, health has not been a physical health has not really been a strong thing for me. Where it's just like, you know, my body has to be the healthiest it's ever been. I don't think that's ever realistic, just because that just tends to push us into like a unhealthy mindset to always kind of seek that perfection. I mean, it's always nice to have progress and get gains and whatever, but I think more lately I geared more towards like mental health. So um, also just realizing that mental health is like a really, really, really positive and um, powerful thing, because for the most part it's because I used to live with Jack. So Jack knows that when I start like a regimen, like working out, I kind of stay like really consistent or go at it really hard sometimes, sometimes in the extreme, but it gets to the point where it gets results. But the thing that started it was because my doctor told me I wasn't healthy, and so it was this. It literally was just a mindset shift, where I was just like, okay, well, I just got to do this then, and then I just quit everything cold turkey and just straight up did it. But I think the way I was able to achieve that result was because I just had that mental fortitude. So that's always been like my powerful thing, where it's like, okay, well, things aren't things aren't so hard for me to quit because I kind of have that little quirk. So yeah, I mean, And then when I started gearing myself more towards mental health, then it just started feeling more like everything kind of worked itself out. So yeah, that's my take on health. Physical health is always important because like you don't want to live life with like a foot in the grave type of thing, where it's like, not trying to fat shame people, but it's just like there is a strong correlation with like excessive amount of weight and not being able to do the things that you want to do athletically and for fun.
Yeah, definitely things like being in good health makes a lot of activities like traveling, hiking, and all that stuff a lot easier.
Yeah, because you want to be able to enjoy it, like if you want to travel, you got to be able to walk.
Yep.
You can't tire out after the first mile.
Yeah, I remember traveling, it was so hard doing all that walking.
Don't ever travel with Cola because
We can walk all day.
this motherfucker, my God. I was so mad at him because like I had all this luggage and then I had all this luggage and he told me that the hotel was only like a mile away. It was like 10 miles. I was like, you motherfucker.
Really? You guys didn't just get a fucking cab or something at that point?
Well, here's the thing. It's like the one mistake I made was letting Cola have creative freedom about where we stayed. Because not to discredit like his choices and how he does things, but little did I know that our style of places to stay vary by a very wide distance.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
was
just
it like a shanty bedroom or something, or was it like a hostel?
no, it's like hostel. That's like 15 miles away from like where we're going or where our airport was. So yeah, yeah, it was just one of those experiences. I mean, I still have fun nonetheless. But at the same time, I was like, this motherfucker. Make me walk 5 miles with luggage in my hand, rolling luggage, and
I remember the
all the
wheels
streets were
came
uneven.
off. I remember the wheels
All
came
the
off.
streets were uneven. Yeah, but like I said, nonetheless, I had fun. Just because it was something that I truly enjoyed doing, and one of the places I really wanted to visit. So hopefully, once things let up on my end, the next trip will be planned for me.
Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka?
I have a few places that I have lined up. I just haven't decided where.
Australia would be cool. Parts of Australia.
Yeah, I got family out there. Just not sure about I'm not sure about the wildlife. I'm not a fan of things that can pretty much kill me. Yeah. But any closing thoughts, Kola?
No. I'm glad to be alive after 4 days.
Any closing thoughts? I have COVID.
Glad to be alive after 4 days. But,
Help me.
yeah. But God, never taking my health for granted anymore.
Nope.
Why did you take it for granted in the first place, motherfucker? That's it. That's just like telling you this fucking like straighten up.
Never taking it for granted. No more whatever. I mean, I'm glad to be alive. That's all. All right, guys, with that, we are
I'm glad to be alive. I can't wait to.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right. We out.
Late.